And I don't know if that was too much or not. Now I'm all shiny. Hello YouTube, Simply Cece here, and welcome back to my channel. I'm coming with a little twist today. We're going to do a get ready with me / chit chat, but we're going to incorporate Motivational Monday in it as well, because plain back to the period, you guys are not really watching Motivational Monday, and I would hate to throw the series away because I do think it's really helpful information in it, and I want to continually share it. I'm just trying to find a way that maybe makes it a little bit more entertaining and keeps your attention. So we're going to try this out today. And if you are new to my channel, hello, I'm Simply Cece. I like to focus on faith, fashion, fitness, beauty, of course, and lifestyle. And welcome. And if you are interested in any of those topics, or if you like anything you see today, or you're just interested in getting to know who I am, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell so that you can be notified every time I upload. You guys, I'm really getting better with my schedule. My upload schedule is going to be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure to come back to your girl's channel. I am going to let you guys know the timestamps as soon as I get them solidified. I don't want to tell you guys a time of an upload and then it's not there, but the times are coming. But I'll definitely be uploading every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. So come back and subscribe so that you can catch all my videos. So let's jump right into the video. First off, I am getting ready because I'm about to do a try-on haul for Shein. I'm so excited, guys. So I want to get a little cute, make it a little interesting for you guys. And let me go on and get started because I'll be running my mouth and I won't get anything done. On top of that, I want to talk about being sure, you guys. That's the word on our list. And if you don't follow Motivational Mondays, don't worry about it. But I follow a list of words that are basically have been very encouraging for me, and I feel like it's something that God shared with me in my life about 5-6 years ago. So I'm just want to share them with you guys as he's taking me on this journey on why these specific words are important to my life and for my faith. So today the word is sure, and I'm going to put the definition on the screen just for you guys if you're interested in knowing what it is. I'll read it quickly. The definition, I have 3 of them. The first one is not having any doubt about something, convinced or certain. The second definition is not allowing any doubt or possibility of failure. And the third definition that I have, you guys, is known to be true or correct. And oh my gosh, you guys, when I was reading these words today, it was just so inspirational for me. And I could understand why God told me that I need to learn to be sure. And that, you can apply that to a lot of things in your life. One thing that God has been really working with me on is being sure of my faith, you guys. Just because we are Christians and we're children of God doesn't mean that we don't make mistakes and that we don't stumble, and that sometimes we have doubts and sometimes we are unsure of ourselves. I have been going through that here, a little bit, just with life circumstances and things. I've been struggling with a mistake that I've made, and with that mistake, I have been struggling with how people view me, and I've been really having a hard time. I've been really having a hard time with dealing with that. And so when I came across this word this morning, I was just like, okay, God, I hear you. And he's like, you have to be sure of yourself. Knowing, guys, if you make mistakes, it's going to happen. But don't lose sight of yourself and who you are. Don't let your mistake define you. And that's one of the things that God has been really dealing with me on. Do not let your mistakes define you, and don't worry about what other people may think about you, because they don't really know and they don't really matter. And we'll make a terrible mistake if we based on how confident we are in ourselves or how sure we are of ourselves based on other people's opinion or what we think other people think. So, and God was telling me to be sure. That first definition where it says not having any doubt about something, know for yourself. And if you can't say that you know something for yourself, take time to really deal with that and get to the point where you do know. like I said, God has dealt with me on my faith. If you are a new believer, you are a believer, I believe that there comes times where you have doubts in yourself, because the journey with God and the journey with Christ is so amazing. It is so profound. And when you get on this journey, it's exciting. It is. And when you stumble or you make mistakes, it can be a big hindrance for you, you know. But we have to be sure of ourselves. God didn't say that when we walk with him, we were going to be perfect, because we're not. We are going to make mistakes and we're going to stumble. It doesn't mean that you live in that. But when you do, you have to remember to get back up, that you are still a child of God, and that if your heart is still pure, a mistake is that. It's a mistake. You know, like, we all make them, but don't let it mess with the fact of you knowing who you are. And that's what God was showing with me, needing to be sure. The second definition, not allowing any doubt or possibility of failure. I really love that one, and it's really rings home for me, because you guys, I almost forgot to put my primer on, so let me do that real quick. I'm gonna try out this First Base primer by NYX, and I'll just put it in the description, or I'll put a little snippet of it on the screen or whatever. I've been trying to use primer now, guys, because I don't use primer, and I was using this other one by, hold on, I don't even know the brand, Pallet. It's from Sally Beauty, and I do like it, but I feel like it makes me look a little cakey, so I'm gonna just try this. So let me spray my face. And I don't know if that was too much or not. Now I'm all shiny. Y'all know I'm not a makeup artist, but I do like doing makeup. So my thing is, hey, I'm gonna do some makeup on my channel because I like makeup, and I feel like maybe something I do can help people. You don't gotta always be a super makeup artist, you know, to encourage somebody or help someone with their makeup journey. Because I found a lot of people that weren't makeup artists, and I learned a lot from them. Okay, so I'm going with my concealer. But when it's not allowing room for doubt, that rang home for me really, really good, because again, I was allowing doubt, and no room for failure. I was allowing failure, and because I was so literally hell-bent on how people might be perceiving me, I almost gave up, guys. I almost quit doing something I love, something that's been on my heart, something that I believe God has placed on my heart, because I made a mistake, and then I let people's reaction deter me from what I know I was sure of when I started this. Guys, I'm gonna speed through this real quick and do my eyebrows, or I'll be all day because I can't do it while I'm talking. Okay, my brows are on. I think they're looking like siblings at least. They're a little different. But shoot, y'all know they sisters and not twins. I'm gonna leave it alone, because if I mess with it, I'm gonna just mess it up. But anyway, like I was saying before I had to stop for my brows, is that when it says don't allow failure, that really rang home for me, because I can share with you guys my YouTube journey, because all of you that are actually subscribed and follow me now, you know that I am really, really a small channel. And this is something I've been wanting to do, literally, guys, for like 6 years. If you look, my first video I uploaded was 6 years ago, and then I took a really long break, which now I'm learning was a mistake. But you know, I wasn't sure of myself then, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I knew I didn't want to just be or mimic those that inspire me or admire, because you want to be yourself on here. I know that is so crucial, but if I am unsure of this being my dream, if I'm not in it for the long run, then I will most definitely allow failure. And then that'll make me, I'm not sure of myself. I'm sure this is what I want to do, and I'm going to be sure of it until God directs me into another path. And until that happens, I'm going to stay fast on what I believe He has set upon my heart to do, and have put the desire within my heart to do. And God tells us that the desires of our heart are important to him. I'm trying to think which one is, oh yeah, that's really dark. So, you know, guys, you got to be sure of yourself when all that you do. I have to be sure of myself on my fitness journey. That is not easy. You know, I follow a lot of fitness people, and they talk about a lot about how, you know, your brain and you got in your mind, how that's the strongest muscle, and that you got to get your mind made up to do this. If you talk to anyone, it is a lifestyle change. It is a personality change. It is a perspective change. Like, for me, my fitness journey has been way more than just getting fit and getting a body that I dreamed to have after bearing 2 children naturally. But it has changed my perspective. Somebody had posted how your body cares about you and it takes care of you. And so for me, and they were saying, take care of your body. And for me, that's where I've gotten, you know, as I'm in my early 30s, and I realized, you know, this body ain't responding the same way. So I have to be sure of myself of what I'm doing. I have to really evaluate why I'm on this workout journey, what I plan to accomplish. And once I get my mindset on that, I have to be sure that's what I want to do, and I have to do it. And I'm using all concealers. They're all from L'Oreal, and I'll make sure to put everything in the description if you guys are interested in what I'm using on my face. And I'll put it in the order that I use it so you guys can know exactly what's happening. So yeah, being sure, don't allow failure. And I realized that if I make up in my mind, Sierra, you're made to do this. Sierra, you can finish this workout. Sierra, you can be a YouTuber like the ones you admire. I'm not allowing room for failure. I'm sure of myself. And I want to tell you guys, be sure of yourself. You know, that is so important that we do, because when we don't, we'll fall for anything, you know, like we'll be tossed to and fro all the time. People are not going to always understand what you're doing. Is one of the things I'm learning on my journey. People are not going to always get it, but it's not necessarily for them to get. And so don't be upset. I used to be upset that I was just like, why can't people understand what I'm doing? Or why are people assuming this? Or why, you know, and it's like, it's not for them. It is for you. If God has set you out on a journey to do something, it doesn't matter if people get it. It doesn't make it right or wrong based on how they feel. But what you know is true, and you have to be sure of what God has shared with you in your heart. And that's the thing that I'm learning. What God has shared with me is going to help me be sure, help me to be certain, and not allow room for failure. The last one, known to be true or correct. That is so good too, you guys. When people say, are you sure? And when I think about that and I put it into my whole lifestyle, when I put it into my fitness journey, when I put it in my YouTube journey, when I put it in my walk with God, my walk with Christ, I have to be sure. And the thing that I'm sure of as I walk with God is that He's going to help me get there. Paul told us that in the Bible that he who has started a good work in you will complete it until the day of Christ Jesus. And so I'm sure that I can't fail on this journey if I trust God, because He is the one working in me, allowing me to be better each and every day as I move through this life. It's not myself, and I'm sure of that. So I don't have room for failure. I don't have any room for doubts, because I'm sure of that. I'm certain of that. And I know that that is absolutely true and correct. And the same thing with my fitness. I look at people and I look at their journey, and you know, my fitness people, they weren't always that fit, you guys. Like, I always go back through their journey, and then I look at how many years they've been doing it. And my thing is, what I'm sure of is that if you work out, Sierra, your body's going to get better, and it's slowly going to become the body that you want. You have to take it one day at a time. I'm sure of that. I know that's true. I know that's correct based off of what I see. I'm not allowing room for failure. I cannot say, oh, but you can't do it, because that's a lie. The truth is, we all can do it. And that is what I'm learning on my journey as I journey through my YouTube. When I look at the people I admire, and the list can be probably a mile long, they have the one thing in common: consistency. They've been doing this not for weeks, not for months, but for years. Not for a year, not for 2 years. I'm talking years. And I tell myself, you can do the same thing. You got to put in the time. You got to be consistent. And when I tell myself, Sierra, you can do this, you can grow your YouTube channel, you got to put in the time. I'm certain of it. I don't allow room for failure. I cannot fail unless I quit. So guys, remember that. You cannot fail unless you quit. if you do the same thing, I've learned that people that you admire are not like superheroes that have just magically acquired some skill that you have no access to. No, they have set up in their mind and they are sure of themselves and they go after it. You know, I was listening to a positive minister. I can't think of his name, but I'll link the video below. And I'm going to paraphrase it, but he was saying that when you know yourself, you can't help but be confident. You know, people may call you arrogant and things like that because you're confident. And I used to be afraid of those things because the truth is I'm not arrogant. You know what I'm saying? I was worried people are going to call you conceited because you take pictures of yourself. And I was worried about that because I'm like, I'm not conceited. I think I'm beautiful, yes, but I don't think I'm more beautiful than every woman in the world. I'm confident, yes, but I don't think I'm better than people, you know? Arrogance, it comes off because I'm not going to let someone tell me something negative about myself and believe it. And if that's what people consider arrogant, then I'll be arrogant, you know, but I'm not prideful. I'm not a fool. I realized I didn't do this by myself. I didn't get here on my own. Like, you know, I had a lot of help, and not just from God, but God has put great people in my life that inspire me. My best friends, you know, I got 3 of the best friends in the world, and I love every single one of them because they encourage me. You know, they ain't gonna sugarcoat stuff with me. They gonna tell me the truth, and they can see me and hear me. And I think that I'm a hairstylist. God has blessed me with wonderful clients that come in and you know, speak positivity over me, and they understand me, and because of them I'm where I am today. Like I've not been on this journey, thank God, alone. I have a great husband. You know, when I told him what I wanted to do with my YouTube, and he saw it, and he became my biggest cheerleader, and he bought me my equipment and things. God has placed great people in my life that understand what I'm doing and who are going to support me. And there's going to be people that just don't, guys. And I've learned that it's easy. I used to hear people say it all the time, like, you're going to get people that don't understand. And it seemed like nothing. I'm just thinking like, no, I'm not going to deal with that. But you do. You feel some type of way because sometimes the things you do make people feel some type of way, and it's uncomfortable. But, you know, you have to continue on with what you're doing. Your heart is pure. God will guide you. I check in with him a lot to make sure that I'm doing the things I need to. We all need checking, and none of us got it all figured out. So don't think that you're going to get on this journey and you're not going to stumble and make mistakes. It's destined to happen, but just know that you don't have to get hung up on them. Being sure. So I thank God for the people he put in my life. And today, guys, I want y'all to be sure of yourself. Anything you want to do, anything you dream about, whether it's your faith, you know, your walk with God, with Christ, be sure. And if you're unsure, get in that word. I'm telling you, get in the word and get in prayer. Talking to God daily is the thing that helps me get clarity of thought. Meditation, learn to meditate. You know, think on something all day long. Ask questions to yourself in your mind all day long about whatever it is you're thinking on. Meditate on it. When I do that, God usually, he answers. If I'm struggling with a question, I keep answering. What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? And, you know, God will slowly keep dropping the wisdom for you. He said, if you seek him, you will find him. And he is not lying. He will show you great and mighty things that you do not know. And he's speaking facts. And so, you know, be sure of yourself. Evaluate a situation. Know that you can. And know that if you understand that you can and you become sure of yourself, that you will. So, guys, I hope that this was motivational for you guys. I'm going to speed through the rest of this and play a little bit of music, because if I don't, I will be doing my makeup for another 30 minutes. All right, I love you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. good. Okay, face. Okay, makeup. Looking like you're doing something down here, good. Girl, you think you're a makeup artist. You don't know what you're doing. You don't even know. I'm like subtle. If y'all can't tell, I'm scared of stuff. Because I'm just now learning to use it. All I'm doing is like, you gonna use some stuff and mess your face up. Careful not to bring it all the way in. We're just going to do mascara. Oh, I'm gonna go over it with this natural pencil, then some mascara. Okay, so I got a few extra friends today, as you can see on my cheek. So that means we're gonna have a few extra moles today. A stylist I work with named Robin used to taught me that too. Like when she has a breakout like that, she said, I just turn them into moles. I'm like, girl, that's so smart. And guys, this is the final look. I'm not a makeup artist at all, but this is what we're going to be taking pictures in today and filming in. So you guys, hope you enjoyed. I hope that you guys learned to be sure if you're not already, but take that with you today, dear guys, and carry that with you and help that motivate you today. And until next time, as always, stay blessed, stay motivated, and always, always, always stay very close to God. I love you guys. Peace.